Hey guys, admin here with a movie time video for you. And this video, first things first, mind my hair. I literally just showered just now because I was busy all day doing laundry. And even though I showered this morning, I felt the ick and I just had to take a quick rinse. And I just felt like, you know what? I felt like showering. And after the shower, I literally had all this surge of energy. It is 10:30 p.m. at night. Tomorrow, the next day on Monday, I have an early shift in the morning at work, and I decided to film now when I should be actually sleeping. But my mind works in mysterious ways. After showers, I get this splurge of energy, including as well at night. And when the moon's up, I am up. I literally just don't go to bed like quick. So here I am filming. With all that being said, with this movie time video, we are going to be looking at Monster High 2013 13 Wishes movie and as well Dolls. Here, starting off with Laguna Blue. Twyla. Oh, these dolls are just. And then lastly that I have here is Gigi Grant. Now these three dolls I did purchase during the year 2020 when I had my splurge of online shopping during that year, and at that time I was watching all like the Monster High movies, Bratz movies, Barbie movies, and I had this thinking of I want to collect dolls that I like from movies, from episodes, and all that. And these three were definitely it. There was as well Holleen and other of the characters dressed in their 13 Wishes attire, but those dolls I didn't get around to collect just because I didn't find them interesting. Either maybe the prices were too high, or that I just completely forgot. I did recently watch the movie and decided, obviously, with movie time videos, any dolls that I have that are related off a doll movie, I want to do a review video of the movie, and just unbox the dolls that go along with that movie. I literally wrote down notes so I don't forget about them, and yes, I do that literally all the time when it comes to like ideas with movies, things of that. I do all of the writing with my notebook here. I just want to make sure that I got like the points down of the movie, anything like big, anything my favorite parts, all that to just do like a review. Obviously, this movie came out in 2013, so there's tons of other review videos of that time that are out, people that are legit movie reviewers. But for me, I just wanted to give a quick little quick just a take on it, my thoughts and opinions on the movie, and we go ahead and unbox the dolls that are from that movie. So with 13 Wishes, it's mainly about Halloween, Claudine Wolf's sister, that they find a genie. Well, she mainly was the one that finds the genie lantern, a bottle, and she gets granted 13 wishes from the genie herself, Gigi Grant. And then later we find out down the road that she has this shadow sister Wisp that goes into Halloween's mind, like her ear, and just, gets her to do selfish, bad-ish wishes. And at the end, wants to gain full control of powers of for herself, Wisp, wants full power of being a true, like, genie. In the beginning of the movie, it is them on their first day back to school at Monster High. We see that Fawn, I think her name was Fawn or Dawn, was the last person that Gigi was granting wishes to, and that after that, I don't know, Fawn or Dawn, that she tried to like hide the lantern, but we see a journey of the lantern getting sent to Monster High, or at least ending up to Monster High. Some storylines, we see that Abby wants to run for student embodied president. We see Laguna and Gil having their relationship issue of Gil's parents not accepting Laguna for not being a freshwater monster. The three guys, Claude, Heath, and I forgot his name. The the bull guy. I apologies in advance. Apologies. I'm gonna refer to him a few times, but I just don't remember his name. They're auditioning to be on guy trying a reality show, kind of like I guess like Fear Factor or like the challenge where you do like obstacle courses and obviously you die trying to complete it. During a stunt that Helene was trying to do to get everybody to know her name and to recognize her, it's falling apart. All the girls try to stop her, but they all end up getting in trouble by obviously the headmistress or headless. Is it headless? I forget some of the characters' names. For detention, the girls were, I think it was the attic or the basement. I believe it was the attic trying to clean everything up. We see Helene discover the lantern, and then we start seeing her grant wishes from Gigi. Gigi granting her wishes. First wish was obviously getting out of detention. Second wish was for Gil's parents to like Laguna, therefore turning Laguna into a freshwater monster. Third wish was for the three guys, go on the show, die trying. The fourth wish was for Abby to be disembodied president. The fifth wish was for Cleo to be a nobody. The sixth wish was to make Claudine disappear. Even though Gigi said during that time that when Howleen did the wish of Claudine disappearing, Gigi said that that was her eighth wish. Even though I counted, that was technically her sixth, but I guess we didn't see the full 13 wishes of what Howleen did. What I like about this story is that it kind of a little bit has a connection to Ever After High, as we see the Brothers Grimm. It was part of Gigi's backstory of like how like her journey of like becoming a genie came to be. We also see the rest of the characters, Frankie, Cleo, Draculaura. I think it was Julia as well. That were all Abby was sent to the lantern, and they're all trying to collect the 13 pieces of a broken mirror to hold together to show Pauline her true self and to get her out of Wisp's, I guess, spell or enchantment, something like that. Because obviously at this point of the movie, Howleen is caught into Wisp and what she is telling her to do. We see this big adventure of the girls trying to get all the pieces of the broken mirror, going through obstacle courses all throughout the lantern. And at the end, obviously, the last piece was actually with Wisps all along back at Monster High. At the end of the movie, we see them getting all the pieces. Howleen is out of the spell, obviously unwishes all of her wishes, and twist of events, which honestly wasn't. I mean, it's a kids movie, but I guess it is in kids terms. That Howleen grants for West to be the new genie for the lantern, and for Gigi Grant to be a student at Monster High. After that, we see obviously West turning into the genie with the same color palette, I believe, as Gigi Grant, except it was more blue and pink rather than Gigi's color palette of pink and blue. There is a doll of Wisp out there. I think it was part of a two-pack with the guy from I think it was Valentine's Day with Draculaura. Correct me in the comments of the full details of that. As well, I think Wisp even got her own like dress up set. I think it was like a Wisp doll and like other sets of clothes. If not, maybe that was Gigi. I don't know. I'm gonna post it right here somewhere of it. In the end, obviously everything worked out, all back to normal, and we see a performance from Patty Noir, which of course I have here behind me. I did an unboxing video of her from G1 and an unboxing of Patty Noir G3. Check that out on the Celebritants YouTube channel under the Review It Up playlist. I was thinking about adding her to this collection, to this movie time video, but hearing that G3 Patty Noir was coming out, I'm like, okay, I have to do a comparison. And as well, her boxing and all that wasn't really connected to 13 Wishes, even though this movie was her first appearance in the Monster High world. But yes, that is, I think it was pretty quick. I don't know. Again, there's a bunch of other review videos, movie videos of this movie. So you want like a full description of the movie, go ahead and check that out. But obviously, this is a Monster High movie. It wasn't that difficult or like, at least to me, it wasn't that cheesy or like that kiddish to watch. I actually do like the storyline of like being yourself. You know, you don't need to do tricks and turns in order to get people to like you. You know, I like how the whole messaging of this movie. So I thought it was a really great story and as well movie altogether. Of course, I recommend watching this movie. It really is fun. I don't know why this movie and other Monster High like G1 movies are not on any like streaming platforms. I don't use like a VPN or anything to go to another country and use like their Netflix or Paramount Plus or like Peacock, whatever. But all the streaming services that I use, none of these movies are on it. So I rented it through my library. They had like free movies to rent, and obviously I got this movie. Thankfully, a library that was near to my neighborhood has it, so I was able to rent it, watch it, and thus reviewing it. I recommend watching this if you can. It is a fun, cute movie. I mean, it's part of Monster High G1 history. There are lots of movies out there, of course, from that time that I am going to be reviewing later on down the road for movie time videos. To me, overall, the score will be, I will say, 4 out of 5 stars. I think just the 1 star missing is just because, again, with the wishes part, I lost like a count of like how many wishes. I wish, wow, I wish that we actually got to see all of the 13 wishes that Howleen did. I know it's something small, but I wish we would have been able to see that. And as well, I wish that we would have gotten, at least to me, maybe more of like a little bit of like Gigi's story, like from the beginning of the movie where we saw her with Fawn, if not Dawn. Maybe a little bit more of that part, or I don't know. I mean, I want more of like Gigi Grant, but I don't remember if she ever came out in the other movies. Maybe as a background character, but that's just from my memory. But that is it for that movie review part portion of the video. Now let's get into the dolls themselves. I'm here right now at the monsterhigh.fandom.com website, which is the Monster High wiki page. I'm here looking at all of like the dolls, the play sets, and to see anything that I'm missing because again, I just don't know based off all of this. So, bear with me. For this like movie part, there was actually two collections. There was a collection called 13 Wishes Haunt the Casbah. I'm not sure what this is, but it came around the same time as this movie, around mid June, if not late August of 2013. It was with obviously the main girlies. It was with Claudine, Frankie, Draculaura, and Abby, and their 13 Wishes looks. I guess like the genie looks that they had on. From these dolls, I mean, I love them all, but my main one from this line, I would have to be Claudine. I think she looks gorgeous, beautiful, all that. I think the second would be Abby. I love her hair. It looks so big, curly, poofy. Third would be Draculaura. I love the black and pink. I just love more black coloring and then that tone of pink to me. And then Frankie as fourth, just because I don't know, I guess I'm not a big fan of blue as well. I feel like her dress isn't that like dramatic-y as compared to the others in this line. And then we have the second line that is just like the main 13 Wishes line, which includes these three dolls here as well with Howling Wolf. I would like to get a Howling Wolf doll. I don't have one. I don't think they ever made one for the G3 generation or even for G2. But for this line, I would have loved to have gotten her, but I just couldn't find her during the time. I would maybe think about looking her now in the present to see if I can be able to find this exact doll from this line, if not just like another like Howling Wolf doll. Then there was a Desert Frights Oasis playset with Cleo Denial as part of that. I believe there was like two versions of this, or maybe it was just one. Correct me, because they're giving me two different names. But with this look, it looks like Cleo's not in her full getup that she had during the lantern scenes. It's more like a beachy type look. And then we have a party lounge with Spectra that she looks like exactly what she looks at the party at the end of the movie at Howleen's party, but it's still like Genie-esque. Now for these three dolls. Again, I did get them through 2020. I think I got them like a mix of Mercari and eBay. And I believe I remember I didn't pay more than $40 per doll. I know that. And I think the retail prices for these dolls were like 19.99 during that time in 2013, if not a little bit lower, a little bit higher. I don't think it was more than that. But again, correct me. But that's how much I paid for each doll. It was around 40 or under. I think Gigi I paid for like 30 bucks. I remember her was pretty low. I mean, all of these are low because one, they're in boxes. And if you know me by now, I love collecting dolls that are in boxes. That way, I have that first experience of unboxing them, holding them. Like they're just more mine. I know my mind is a little bit like if you like that, I'm trying to change. I promise. But that was just still my thing back in 2020. So to have them, I'm like, great, gorgeous, love the packaging, love the dolls, and I'm gonna unbox them to add them to my collection. I'm not really much of an inbox doll person, especially when they're this gorgeous. I just have to have them, like, to hold them, to stand them, use their stands, put them in with the rest of the dolls, and to be a part of my collection. For these three dolls, I remember getting them because one, I love each of their looks, and two, I just don't have like their doll. Like at that time, I didn't have a Laguna Blue doll. I only have one so far from G3 of Laguna Blue, which, you know, hate it if you want, but I'm on that side of I do like G3's look of Laguna Blue. That's just my take. I do like it. And as well as seen online on social media that people hate, and I mean hate, this look of Laguna Blue, which I can understand why. I actually think it's cute. I actually like it. I think it's a serve for me. I think it's because it's so different and it's so fishy, like fresh tilapia, like cue the Gia gun like soundbite. It gives me that. That's why I got it, and I'm like, I just have to have it. And this doll was pretty like I think it was like 30 as well, if not 40. But it was so low, and I'm like, okay, let me get it. I mean, I don't remember at that time people saying so much hate towards it. But I remember seeing recently when I was doing like the search of these dolls, of like like the Google search and all that, and seeing people do throwbacks on social media of like 13 Wishes and Monster High, was that this doll was very disliked. And I get it, but I honestly do love this doll and I'm happy to add it to my collection. With Twyla, I do have a G3 doll of Twyla. I don't believe they made one of G2. But now I have a G1 and actually the OG of Twyla. I love the look. I love the Boogeyman set. I love that she's a little short. I love her bunny, Dustin, all of it together. I just think Twyla's gorgeously, not quirky, but like a shy girl. Because I can feel like that a little bit as me being a little, I am a Virgo, but I am shy myself. And I can relate so much to Twyla. Plus, she's gorgeous. So it's like a no brainer. Lastly, for Gigi, just a little bit back because I think, yeah, they're talking about her during a little bit of the beginning before these two. But I got Gigi because one, she is the main girl, she is the newbie of the movie, and I love to get like a character of the movie that is not like all throughout like one of the main girls like Frankie or Draculaura. So Gigi was a no-brainer, and to have the genie herself with the lantern, I'm like, great. Hopefully one day I can get a Whiffs doll, but if I can't, sad, but I'm gonna care for Gigi more. I mean, like the movie, I'm gonna care more for Gigi, and I'm glad to have her and add her to my collection. With these three dolls, they do have the same packaging, except for Laguna. The back of her packaging, which is here, shows all of the four dolls of the line. At least for wave one. I don't know if this is wave one or wave two, but of 13 Wishes dolls. And for Gigi and as well Twilight, you do get like a backstory of the both characters with their dislikes and favorites and all that good stuff of the character. We still get that envelope type of feel with like the little edge of the box. It's not like an exact box. You do get like that angle to it. And with the 13 Wishes logo and all that, like the whole wish effect of like the smoky type, I mean, gorge. And in fact, as well, the inside of the packaging, it looks like they're in the lantern. Details like this, I miss. And I miss it as well for G3 for Monster High, even though they do have their series line, which is the main line that they do with characters. I just wish for more creativity with boxes and all that, personally speaking. But enough of all that, let me go ahead and unbox these three dolls for a closer look. Okay, so I unboxed all three dolls. It didn't take me that long to unbox. A lot of the rubber bands were already done. They already gave out. So with dolls, that come with age, it's pretty simple. You just literally just take them out, and that's it. There's nothing really much holding them. I mean, there was, yes. Let me be realistic. There were obviously like plastic packaging, like holding them, but rubber bands in general literally just gave out. And I need to buy a couple more because I do have other dolls that I'm gonna review that are from years ago that I'm sure the rubber bands are gonna fall out, especially during with like their hair. I need that hair to stay in place, so I need to get me a bag of rubber band somewhere from Michael's or like a craft store, like something like very tiny so it can be part of the hair. So with that being said, I have these three dolls here. They each come with a skull hair brush. They're all the same mold, same color, all that. The Monster High, the skull with the bow hairbrush, as well as each of the character comes with their diary. I love these little diaries. I love collecting them. I love like being able to read them. I haven't read a full diary. I only read Caddy's diary, because Caddy's my favorite character of Monster High. But to even read like let's say Laguna Blue, this is like I think her second diary because we know her from the first collection of Monster High, part of G1. But since this is a new version of Laguna, I'm curious to see like how does this compare to like the original, like for all that. Yeah, it says here, like now that I'm a freshwater monster, I've been going through my wardrobe and it's clear I'm going to have to make some real changes. Like it even like this is an updated version. These waters are as still as a pond, as it says here. The front. For Twyla, it says the real nightmare would be if you read my diary, which is cute. Even from like the coloring and like is it also the handwriting? Yeah, even the handwriting for the diaries, like they're different depending on the character, which I love. I mean, these diaries are very a great keepsake, so hang on to them if you are collecting them. As well as the same for Gigi Grant. From the front of her diary, it says, "I wish you wouldn't read my diary." So now let's get into the dolls. For each of them, they do come with a, I guess like not a purse. I know Twyla does. Let's go into Twyla first. Then, daughter the boogeyman, she does come with a purse that does this open? Oh, it does. Wait, does it? It does. Okay, it opens. The purse opens. Like, as well as her dust bunny named Dustin. I love this little bunny figure. I think this might be my favorite out of all the Monster High dolls that I have. I think that I have. I know there's other dolls that I don't have that I'm sure has cooler like pets. But these pets I actually don't mind. I know a lot of Barbie dolls nowadays come with pets and it's annoying. But Monster High pets are all very unique. So I think this one might be my favorite so far. Dustin. I have to put him somewhere in my nightstand or something. And here's Twyla. She does come with the black basic standard like Monster High doll stand. And with her, because of time, the hair really is full of like expired gel, I guess, or like hairspray or something, whatever they put in doll hair to keep it in place. Um, it feels, I don't know what to say. It feels old, even though I don't want to say that. But this all line is from 2013. I'm filming this video right now in September 2024. So, do the math on that. What, like, yeah, like 11 years? So, but again, I don't mind it personally. I know what the risks are. I know what would happen if I do collect vintage dolls, from years ago. So I personally don't mind it. I'm saying for anybody else that are collecting dolls of, of years ago, just, be mindful of what's to come with the dolls. She does come with a two-piece outfit, a belt, a few bracelets, earrings. I love the face mold of hers, just like that look feeling of hers. With her wisp-esque, I think, I guess from the shadows of all over like her body, and with these cute heels that resemble of like a smoke. I just love her detailing of her, and Lila, gorgeous. Next, let's look into Laguna Blue. We have her pet here, Neptuna. I don't know if it's like the exact same shape as the G1, like the OG Laguna Blue doll. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it might have been a different shape of a purse, but this one does open, and that you can put Neptuna in it. Cute little fish. I myself do love me a good tuna sandwich from any sandwich shop, as well as love me a tuna salad with a side of rice and a boiled egg. I am good to go with that. So apologies, Neptuna. I am just thinking about this week's dinner, possibly going to be that. Here is Laguna Blue, the freshwater version, as well comes with a classic Monster High doll stand. She has a lot of fins, I noticed, like a lot of gills and stuff like that, all over her body, her fingers. Um, yeah, I think there's a lot more here. And they are removable, the gills, at least on her legs. Is it removable on her arms? No. No, the ones on her arms are not removable. She does have it on her hands. It is one piece of clothing that velcros in the back for her dress. And comes a necklace, a bracelet, as well with like goggles for her on top of her head with a flower. I think it's a flower, or is it coral? I think it's like a flower, right? Or a coral flower on her head. The rubber bands, if you can see here, on like the top of like her ponytail, it is falling apart. That's what I was referring to earlier about the rubber bands. If you are collecting dolls from years ago, be prepared with rubber bands and get the hair nice and ready. I love her earrings. Are like dragonflies. They are dragonflies, right? Or like it's some type of fly, but they are cute regardless. I just love this doll. I'm sorry. I do love OG's Laguna's look. I do love Laguna, but I just have to give it up for this look. It's just really creative. It's like a freshwater Laguna. I mean, it is. So I have to give her her tens, and like I have to add it to my collection. I just have to. I don't even have like an OG look of Laguna. I don't know why, but from Generation One. But sometime I'm sure I will find one on eBay or something. But for now, I have freshwater version. And then lastly, we have Gigi Grant. We have her pet that's named Sultan Sting. I don't remember if we saw it, Sultan in the movie. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, pet, that's Scorpion. Here is her lantern. With time, I guess the position of how it was on her arm, the plastic did bend, so it's not like a hook anymore to be placed on the arm. So it's very bended out. The lantern does open, which is cute. I love this detail that it can open. I wish you would have seen like a little like coloring inside, at least like purple, with like something to resemble like the desert of the lantern of the inside. I mean, they could have done that detail. It was 2013. They did details back then, mind you. They did. So I think they could have done that. But honestly, the lantern itself, it's so gorgeous. I love this lantern. Gigi Grant herself with her doll stand, the classic Monster High doll stand, with her pony tail, her head. Like again, just look at the rubber band on it. It is falling apart. So again, be mindful of collecting dolls from years ago. A close-up of the fit as well. I love the details of Gigi. I love that she's pink. I love that her fingernails, even though they're not painted, we see the like nails itself. All one-piece clothing that velcros in the back. The earrings that are shaped like the mirror, and her non like heeled shoes. They all have the same articulation, these three dolls, with movement at the head, shoulders, elbows, wrists, removable hands, upper leg, knee, and they all come with a heeled. Ooh. Oh, how do you remove the shoe? Oh, with all heeled foot feet. And for like a little comparison, Twyla is a little shorter than the other dolls, just a bit. I think as well she had the same height as the other like Howleen dolls. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they do have the same height, Howleen and Twyla. And that is all for the review of these three dolls. I don't know if I could like recommend getting them, just because again I did get them from reseller websites, so it does depend on what the seller is selling it for, if that's in your price range, if that's in your budget. If you are like if you were in my shoes, like I really did wanted these dolls. I was able to save money and time and like bargain with sellers, because whenever I see like a listing that says, give an offer, I always give an offer. And a lot of the times, thankfully, they're able to accept it and, done, shipped out, and I'm able to add it all to my collection. So if that works out, if that's like what you can do, I say go for it. I love these dolls, the details with them, the fashions with the dolls. And again, I guess for me, like they're part of like history, they're part of Monster High history, and I do love the brand of Monster High. That I mean, it's just to own a piece of it is just beautiful. Like it warms my heart, and it's just like something that I've seen from years ago during that time. I remember 2013 watching it and falling in love with it, but I wasn't big on collecting at the time. I guess I was starting out too, I think, but I didn't cross my mind to collect Monster High dolls. So to go back, it feels like a time capsule, like getting them today, um, to unboxing them today. And I don't like it's kind of silly to like describe, but I just feel like joy, and I feel like whole. Like I feel complete of like a childhood of like having dolls and like adding them to my collection and keep growing and keep building it. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I could say it. In terms of ranking, I mean, I for these three dolls, I'm gonna say Laguna third. Um, no particular reason, I guess. Uh, Gigi. Okay, Gigi Grant second. I love the look. I love the Genie look, the fit. I love her as a character in the movie. So tens for Gigi, but she has second place because I do love number one. For me, would be Twyla. I love her character. I love her shyness. I love that she is relatable. I fell in love with Twyla during watching G1 episodes and G1 movies of Monster High, so I just have to get a Twyla doll, and the fact that this is like her OG look of Twyla, like I just love her. Thank you guys so much for watching this movie time video. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Did you watch this movie? Are you planning to watch it later on in the future? Do you have any of the dolls from this movie line? What are your thoughts and opinions? Sound off below. Check out all the other videos that I have on the Celebritants YouTube channel with other movie time videos, review it up videos, born to shop videos, etc. Check out Celebritants on all social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter a little bit, Snapchat, did I say that? Facebook, etc. I always try to like hold as many dolls as I can. I only have three, so I think I'm able to do it. Let me see if I can here. I think I can. Yeah, we won. Yeah, it doesn't look the best, but okay. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.